Ang ating guest briefer po sa ngayon, sa umagang ito, ang Deputy Director ng Directorate for Comptrollership na si Police Chief Superintendent Joel Victor Canapi. Kasama niya ang kanyang staff na Senior Superintendent Emmanuel Luis Licop ng Chief Budget Division ng Directorate for Comptrollership. Nandito rin po si Police Senior Superintendent Lorimer B. Detran, Deputy Director for Administration ng Finance Service, para po sa ating briefing sa umagang ito. So, mamaya po, pupunta po dito sa harapan ng ating pinaka-main briefer, si Sir Canapi. After po ng kanyang briefing, magkakaroon po tayo ng question and answer. So, nandiyan din po ang staff niya para mag-assist sa kanya sa mga katanungan ninyo. At inihingi ko lang po, pagka magtatanong po tayo ay banggitin po natin ang pangalan natin at ang ating news entity para ma-recognize tayo ni Sir Canapi. So, once again po, ang ating briefer for this morning, si Chief Superintendent Canapi. Sir?
Good morning. I would just like to read a statement regarding issues pertaining to the status of the PEI or Productivity Enhancement Incentive, the performance-based bonus of 2014, and reasons on the delay of payment of other collateral allowances. Please be informed of the following status of the Productivity Enhancement Incentives, performance-based bonus of 2014, and reasons on the delay of payment of other collateral allowances. On PEI, on June 15, 2015, the PEI benefits was already released and distributed through the individual ATM land bank accounts of all eligible PNP personnel. On the performance-based bonus of 2014, on October 19, 2015, the PNP through the Directorate for Plans already submitted its compliances for eligibility for the grant of PBB for 2014 to the Department of Budget and Management through the Secretary of the Interior and Local Government. The delay in the submission of the PNP's compliances are due to the tedious processing to come up with the report of ranking of units and personnel with corresponding amount for the granting of PBB. The big number of personnel of the PNP is also another factor that can be attributed to the delay as compared to other agencies of the DILG. On November 26, 2015, this Directorate or the Directorate for Comptrollership made a follow-up coordination with DBM, and we were informed that the same is still subject for processing and funding. On collateral allowances, this Directorate or the Directorate for Comptrollership strictly follows the Citizens Charter flowchart with time frame in the processing of collateral allowances to ensure timely release and payment of claims to eligible PNP personnel. The major causes of delay in the payment of collateral allowances, such as replacement clothing allowance, subsistence allowance, and others, are due to the following: submission of incomplete requirements as provided by the Commission on Audit, late submission of disbursement vouchers with attached requirements, and the submission of unsigned documents or incorrect data. As regards the allegations that funds intended for the payment of PEI and PBB benefits were being used to earn interest, said allegations are false and not possible, since the payment or distribution of these benefits could only be effected upon the release of funds by DBM, in which case the PNP immediately executes distribution and payment. This ends the statement.
Sir, ano yung sinasabi natin delay ng payment? Delay ng saan yun?
Delay in payment of other collateral allowances like RCA or replacement clothing allowance, subsistence allowance, and others.
Ilan po yung of the 160,000 police Ilan yung nade-delay doon? Ano yung nagiging, ano yung process?
As I mentioned, there are causes why there is a delay, but it's just a few percentage, maybe
More or less.
1%, 10%,
Less than 1%.
less than 1% according to
Ano yung
my
personal,
staff.
parang kung ako pulis ako yung may kulang, kaya nade-delay, not naman at the end nung sa inyong office?
Yes, sir.
Yes, oo.
Parang sa ano, sa video, hindi pwede yes lang, sir. Kasi yung mga pulis,
Okay.
ano,
Sir, pagbuo na lang yung statement.
Bakit po may delay, sir?
There are delays primarily or majority because of on the part of the claimants themselves. For example, if they do not submit complete requirements, there are several requirements required for a certain claim, and if it is not complete, it is returned to the claimants for completion of the documents before it can be processed. Another one is the late submission of the disbursement vouchers. The others really do not anticipate their claims. It's only maybe when they need the money, that's the time that they prepare or cause the preparation of the disbursement vouchers.
sir, pardon my ignorance, ano yung difference ng finance at saka controller? We believe na pareho silang it's about money, pero ano yung para sa publiko, ano yung pinakaiba nito dalawang office?
The finance service is under the functional supervision of the Directorate for Comptrollership. Finance is involved primarily on disbursement, payment of claims.
Yung controller yung nagpaplano, tapos sila yung nag-execute.
Yes, the Directorate for Comptrollership is primarily in charge of the budgeting and internal management audit of PNP funds, and the execution of the budget allocation. And then when funds are released to the intended units, they are processed by the finance service on that's the disbursement side.
Sir, yung delay ng payment na pinag-uusapan natin is na yung 2015 lang or kasama pa yung last year?
This includes some are 2014 claims. That's what we call the prior year claims. When we say 2015 claims, these are current. The current claims are usually there is no delay if the vouchers are processed on time, or if the disbursement vouchers are submitted immediately and there are no defects in the voucher and in the requirements.
Sir, ibig sabihin, ang nagiging problema mismo doon sa sarili, yung sa police lang na nagiging at hindi po doon kasi may problem tayo sa budget or anything.
When it comes to claims, no, two-way process yan. Yung una sa part ng claimants. So, syempre, may mga requirements, may mga auditorial requirements that they have to comply. They have to attach it to the voucher. And we do not process if the requirements are not complete. But once it is complete, there are funds available for current claims.
General Cathy Santos po, ABS-CBN. Sir, question lang. Yung pera na hindi natin na-disburse dahil kulang yung requirements, meron ba tayong peso figure doon? Sir, magkano yung hindi pa nire-release because of those discrepancies?
Can you please repeat the question?
How much, sir, yung hindi natin claim? How much is the peso figure for that? From 2014 to 2015? Doon sa mga dahil may mga discrepancies? Walang...
We have no figure.
Pero sir, enlighten me sir, pag ako hindi na-claim yung pera na yun, kasi talagang nakalagay na for that particular purpose, hindi po ba? Saan po napupunta yung pera pag hindi po na-disperse?
Can I throw the question to our Chief of the Budget Division, Police Senior Superintendent Emmanuel Licop?
Yes.
Yes. Good morning. So for appropriations intended for the payment of claims, personal claims, if they're not disbursed, they go back to the treasury. So automatic, lalo na yung mga personal services, covering allowances, benefits, automatic yon. They are being captured by DBM back to the Bureau of Treasury.
So it doesn't stay with the PNP?
No.
Comptrollership?
No, especially year-end, diretso balik siya. Automatic siya. Not like for the two expense classes, the MOE and the capital outlay, they have 2-year validity. So, meaning to say, if you have construction of a police station, if you are not able to pay or construction has not commenced for the current year, and because of its validity for 2 years, we can disburse the money until next year. Kasi 2 years yung validity niya.
So yung pera ba nasisingil sa natin sa FEO, dumadaan ba kasama ba sa binabudget ng controller yung mga ganung pera?
Yes, being Vice Chair ba sir si TR, si Chief, si DC, Vice Chair sa TR board.
DC.
Yes, si DC.
Yes.
Si yung Director for Comptrollership is the Vice Chair of the TR board, the Trust Receipts Board. The firearms licenses fees to include yung motor vehicle clearances, to include yung physical identification. Lahat ng being collected by the PNP, it goes to the, as required by DBM now, is being deposited sa Bureau of Treasury. If we need the money because meron yung POE or the Program of Expenditures, we request the cash, though the cash is being released to us in the form of notice of cash allocation.
So hindi na pala dati kamukha na pag siningil ng FEO, dito lang umiikot yung pera, kaya
Yeah,
lang pala.
dinideposit na ngayon. Because it's in the GAA.
Sir, are you the person in authority to discuss yung mga pending? Kasi controller din yung nagpo-fund sa mga binibiling gamit ng police, di ba?
Yeah.
Di ba?
Yeah, because we manage the funds.
Opo.
We formulate the budget, we execute, and we monitor the expenditure levels.
For this year, sir, ilan na nga, magkano na yung na spend natin na bibilin? And for next year, ano yung mga priority na sinasabing babudgetan?
Wow. We don't have, because our funds are being released on every quarter siya. So if we are now December, supposedly more than 3/4 of our funds are already released.
And hindi natin quantify how much for this year have been spent or...
In terms of MOE, straightforward, you just divide into 12. That's the support we get every month.
But not
Or
in the
divided into
equipment.
4 for each quarter.
But not in the equipment. Kasi they don't have
Equipment is another thing. Capital outlay, it requires a new set of rules on how to disburse this. Because you have to go through bidding, public bidding, maraming proseso.
Kasi babalik sa inyo, tapos kayo, ito yung pera kailangan, tapos kayo yung...
May naka-program na sa at the start of the year. For example, for next year, we have 2 billion, 3.5 billion for our capital outlay, composing of 2 billion for equipment, composing transportation, firearms, investigative kits, communication, exactly. And then the 1.5 is for the construction of 279 police stations all over the country.
But that's separate from the operating budget.
Yeah, it's totally separate.
Different.
And the salary, of course.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Ito pa ba, iba pa ba yung inallocate ni GMA dati na tig 2 billion, yung 10 billion?
Yan yun.
Ito yun.
That's exactly. Kinontinue siya since
Hanggang kailan
2000.
to?
Supposedly 5-year yun eh. So, but you know, we are trying to fill up yung basic requirements natin. And up to now, in different levels of fill up, mababa pa yung mga fill up rates natin in terms of, for example, our transportation needs, patrol jeeps. We're just at around 42% fill up.
Ang mabibili pa
For
rin.
firearms, short arms, we're at 94%. So, iba-ibang level of fill up.
Pero di ba sabi nung panahon nung namigay si Pinoy ng Glock,
Yeah,
100% fill up na
Yes.
tayo. Itong kulang because of the recruitment.
Yes, because we are recruiting 10,000 a year. Last year was 13,000.
Police.
Yes. This year is 10,000. Next year is another 10,000. So the fill up would be greatly affected by the hiring of 10,000. Next year we're I think procuring more than 16,000 short firearms. I'm not so sure about the figures.
And
Around
last na po,
60,000.
puro na lang nagtanong. Yung civilians, di ba, nung time ni Secretary Roja, sabi nila, 30,000 civilians for encoder,
Yeah.
para malabas natin
E,
yung police doon.
yes.
Ilan na po yung nare-realize natin dito sa 20,000 natin? Ilan na yung
No, actually, because we have to get an authority from DBM, all new positions should be approved by DBM. What was released to us, according to our records, is 7,439. So as of now, the 7,000 has not yet been filled up yet. So we still have around 2,000 to fill up. So after filling that up, then the 7,500 plus will again be issued. The authority will be issued by DBM para ma-fill upan naman yun.
So tama ba yung parang may 5,000 na tayong na-hire, pero pa tayo
Yeah.
nire-recruit na 2,000?
Yes. On top of the 8,000 NUP that we have at present.
Ang top of how many?
8,000 plus.
Na kailangan o na?
No, we have at present 8,000 plus the what was recruited na 5,000, so around 13,000 now.
So pwede tayo magsabi sa publiko na kung naghahanap kayo ng trabaho, the PNP is the best possible employer they could get. Diba parang ganon?
Yeah, we try to is open for everyone. May
Provided
mga
may eligibility
Yes.
and all the requirements.
yes.
Ilan yung recruiters?
2,000 plus.
Police. Sir,
But,
Hindi,
yes.
civilian.
NUP.
NUP. Mga crime registrars, we need them sa stations.
Pero not not policemen.
The policeman is 10,000.
10,000?
10,000.
So 12,000
PO1.
personnel next year.
No, 10,000 for uniform personnel, PO1.
10,000 NUPs.
Yes, depende kung how fast we can hire. But it's open, the 2,000 plus.
Ay sir, paki-explain, meron akong question. Yung purchase ng submachine guns ng PNP for APEC, kayo ang DC ba ang humawak nun or was it a direct contract between the DC ba yun?
Wala. May buyback kami. Yung Basin Awards Committee who's doing that.
But na-award yun as a direct, kasi ang pagkakakwento sa akin ng PNP, it was a negotiated purchase, tama ba?
I'm not so sure about
Yung
sa shop namin, we only we issue chargeabilities and availability of funds. And then we disperse through our finance.
may salary increase ba yung mga police?
Yung gagaling sa national.
Yeah, approved na sa lower house. yung salary standardization law, number 4. Number 4.
Yung isang senior superintendent ngayon, magkano ang roughly sweldo? Tapos magkano dun sa
I think
Personal knowledge ka din, sir.
at current rates.
at present?
Yeah,
Base fee, sir. Your base fee is 45.
yeah, 45. Plus all the allowances, it runs to around 70 to 80.
Under the new law, the standardization law, how much will that be?
I still don't have the scale. But yeah, kasi hindi pare-pareho ng rates.
45%, magkano ang proms sa increase?
45%.
On the base, 45%.
On the base, yeah, on the base. For uniform personnel kasi,
Like 45% on the base.
Okay.
So 45 increase on the 45.
yes.
Ang civilian ba, ganito din, paano ano salary grade ng civilian?
Depende sa salary grades. Our civilian employees, mga salary grade 26 yata ang max sa kanila.
Yung pinakamataas.
Pinakamataas at the PNP. And then
Ang
up to
salary grade ng seniors?
26.
Aba, hindi mo nakikita ba lang?
Yes. Taas eh.
So sir, sa ngayon wala pang big ticket items program for next year. Hindi pa yun nakaline up.
We have. Marami tayong naka-line up. That's 2 billion pesos worth.
Pero ano yung pinaka big ticket item na
Yung mga specialized equipment of the Special Action Force.
mga bagong equipment
Yeah,
ng staff. Yun
yeah.
yung sa big ticket.
Actually, marami tayong pending na big ticket items. But because of the tedious requirements of the law 9184, it's causing us some delays. Medyo maingat ngayon ng the way we procure.
Dati daw, parang
Maingat din, pero siguro may mga
sila tatakot sa kamamaya, yung
Yeah.
retirement age nila, spend lang sa jail na. At least conscious na ngayon, hindi na.
yes.
Hindi ka maingat lang para hindi.
Maingat.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
12 po sa dito.
Yes, sir.
Going back to the superintendent lang. Sir, sabi niyo nasa process na po yung PBB ba, sir? Yung performance-based bonus. Sabi niya nasa DBM na for processing and funding. Wala pang assurance ng DBM. Ano bang binigyan natin assurance ng DBM para...
Assurance as of bago tayo pumunta rito is within the week i-release, pero may proseso.
After coordination with DBM just a while ago, the funds intended for the PBB may be released within this week. Once it is released, it will still follow the process of payment to the individual police personnel.
Okay. But sir, can you give us an idea how much the TDD is? So does it depend on the rank of the personnel or
The performance of the...
performance? metrics?
When we say performance, it does not require any rank. If you are performing well, then you will be rated as best, because there are 3 categories for the grant of performance bonus. That is best, better, and good for each personnel. But before that, there is also the ranking of the units. So each unit will have their own ranking. If we take, for example, the case of the PNP, which is under the DILG, the different departments will first be ranked. So from there, there will be a rank for DILG. And then the DILG will rank all its attached agencies, of which PNP is one of them. And then within the PNP, the units of the PNP will be also ranked good, better, best unit. And within the unit, the personnel will be rated through their personal evaluation, performance evaluation rating. So that's basically the process. So from there, there is a specific amount to be received per category, and then it will be computed. So the total budget is the one being requested to DBM.
Hindi naman sir limited yung i-rank natin ng best. Hindi naman limited yung i-rank ng best. Wala namang gano'n.
There is a certain percentage that is being followed. For example, in a certain unit, only 10% of the personnel will be rated as best. And then around 25% better, and then the rest, good.
But sir, wala namang bagsak. I mean, wala naman siguro hindi makaka-receive o meron.
You must satisfy the PER, the performance evaluation rating of at least very satisfactory.
So there's a possibility that some of the PNP personnel will not be receiving this.
Yes, there is a possibility if the PER is below the very satisfactory
So yung
rate.
hindi pa nararank ngayon, sir. General. Hindi pa nararank yung mga units sa PNP, hindi pa nararank yung mga tao. Wala.
Meron na. Meron ng ranking. That's why nag-submit na tayo. Yung Directorate for Plans actually ang gumagawa nito yung sa ranking. And then once they computed the funds, the portion of the Directorate for Comptrollership is to request for fund allocation to the BM.
Which will be this week.
Yes, hopefully it will be released this week per coordination with the BM.
Hindi, parang unfair naman yung kung 50% yung best mo, tapos you're forced lang to find the 10. Diba? Nakakaano, parang gusto lang pala budget at least.
It is the procedure. It is the there is an interagency committee which formulated this scheme, which is being followed by all agencies.
Sir, Kim or us, dun sa units ng PNP, ano yung sino yung number 1 dun sa
DPL is the one who have the information.
Hindi siyempre hindi kayo mataas yung ranking na.
Sila nag-rank eh.
Diba?
No, it depends. It depends on the result of the ranking. So it's not necessary that they will be the best.
Naman pala, parang yung given the task.
They are only given the task
Okay.
of
Yung scoreboard sir, yung paano nirarank itong ano, yung mga, ito yung dapat mong ginawa, like the IAS, may isang daang pina-resolve ng case, kung na-resolve mo yung lahat, best yung ano mo, parang ganun ba yung
yung mga
rating?
ganun eh.
IAS is lumped under, it's just one of the units of the PNP. So among the units, 10% will be ranked as best. So
Sir, ang nirarank ba, sir?
based on their performance.
Anong nirarank ba, mga NSUs o yung mismo mga units themselves, individual units?
Individual units, there are categories for National Operational Support Units, categories for National Administrative Support Units, categories for directorial staff, for the PROs, and for the PPOs.
So 10-10-10 yun, 10% bawat isa yun.
Yes.
Wala namang quota, sir, kung doon sa 10%, kung ilan yung officials, yung PNCOs, tapos mga commission office. Wala na ganun. Regardless of
Wala. Regardless.
May bonus pa bang inaasahan ng mga PNP bago mag-end?
Yun yung PDP siguro.
PBB na lang.
So the highest is 10,000 ba ang binibigay?
35,000.
35.
If the department is rated the best, if your unit,
And then you're part of the 10% best.
Ayun lang,
you get 35 less, net of tax.
35,000.
Net of tax.
Yung pagtao.
Hindi, 35,000.
Wow.
35.
Yung sa Rambo.
Like, sa Ligo, very good na sa best. Yung 35,000.
Punta.
Assuming the best unit na ano, assuming the best unit.
Assuming na best unit siya.
Net of tax, ibig sabihin,
Mga na-prime plus yun.
Sir, binibigay yun bago matapos yung taon for the end.
Ah.
Necessary.
Not necessarily. It can be given anytime within the year as long as the requirements are complied with, and then we submit the funding requirements. We request for fund from DBM.
well, if it is 35,000 for the best, ano yung 4?
No, I think the 4.6 is for if you are rated good. If you are rated good, if the unit is rated good, the personnel will get, for the 10% best, will get around 10,000.
May tier.
And then the good, better, and then yung pinaka-last good, yun yung 5,000 less 8% tax, so that's 4,600.
So, pero sir, yung ranking, sir, overall ng PNP, that includes the pros, ng mga provincial officers?
Yes, the PNP as one unit will be
A provincial unit can be the top ranking unit in the PNP. Is that
among the PPOs.
Ang meron pang category.
Oo.
Sir, sa isang taon, ilang mga bonuses ang nag-receive ng mga police?
Sa road tam ba?
Bonus?
Yung mga bonus.
Yung-
Para sa sweldo,
13 months.
13-month, which is divided into mid-year bonus and year-end bonus.
The 5,000 cash.
The 5,000 cash
Anong
gifts.
tawag dito sa 5,000?
Cash gift.
Okay, from lahat ito sa government employees, di ba?
Yes.
The PBB.
The PBB.
The BEI.
Performance Productivity Enhancement Incentive, or the PEI, which is equivalent to 1 month salary.
That was released already, sir.
That was released last June. As long as you pass the required performance target. Otherwise, if you do not pass the performance target, you only get 5,000 for the whole PNP.
Apat na beses.
Four times.
Ayun.
So specifically, di ba parang lahat naman ng unit ng PNP may contribution to make the PNP the best agency. Ano yung share ng comptroller? Anong ginagawa niya to parang maging okay yung PNP?
Siguro on the part of the DC is, on the moral and welfare side, is if we are able to release funds for all claims, for all the requirements of the PNP on a timely basis.
Kasi pag na-delay, di ba na...
Pag madelay din yung kanilang trabaho, madelay yung performance ng kanilang unit.
13 months pay, PEI, PBB,
Tapos yung
Cash gift.
5,000.
Cash gift.
Ang sa ano?
Kasama yun sa...
Month salary, sir, yung PEI.
Yes, if you are able to pass the performance target that's required. Usually, the 5,000 cash gift is already included with the bonus, yung 13-month bonus. Magkasama yun.
Sinasama na.
Sinasama na. Yes.
Tatalikan ko lang kasi yung pong collateral allowances, kung hindi lang makukuha, balik dun sa DBM, sa National Treasury. So wala pong katotohanan yung dating umuugong na isa-time deposit daw po ng finance para magkaroon ng interest. So wala
Yes.
kang ginawakang pera na hindi nakiklaim, bumabalik dun sa National
Yes, there is no truth to the rumor that
Ginagamit.
kumikita sa interest yung PNP. In fact, non-interest bearing yung mga accounts ng PNP, at saka nire-request namin sa DBM yun. So, once pagka na-release ng DBM, we immediately process the funds for payment, kasi may mga ano na talaga yon, intended beneficiary for all types of claims. So once it is released by DBM, we immediately process, the finance service immediately disburse the funds, and usually it is paid through the individual ATM account of the police personnel.
So wala na din naririnig yung mga loan shark. Di ba ang finance yung may direct doon minsan di ba? Yung sa mga loan shark. So hindi nyo na rin, foreign na rin sa inyo yung sinasabing loan shark in the PNP.
As far as I am concerned, wala akong naririnig na may mga loan sharks na nagte-take advantage.
Sa police
concludes our briefing for this morning. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, di ba may mga